Hi, hello. So if you're wondering, to the four people who watch my channel, so if you're wondering why my skin color has changed, I went on a trip to a place called Trincomalee. That's in Sri Lanka. I am from Sri Lanka. I'm Sri Lankan. So yeah, the weather was just really brutal there. Like we were at the beach all the time because of how hot it was. It was just unbearable. Anyway, that's the explanation for why my skin color has changed, if anyone cares. My previous video, like the shorts I put out, kind of did well. Thanks for anyone who watched it. But screw you if you didn't like it or didn't comment on it. Like, go to hell, I don't care. Anyway, let's get to the video right now. So, so far, if you have watched this channel, I'm talking about in the past 2 years, I've always defended Last of Us because I am a fan. I've said that so many times. And I've always, even when they screwed up so bad, I've always stood by their side and defended it. And to be fair, their work isn't not that bad either. Even in the like Last of Us season 2, the TV show, until third episode, I think they did really well. But the last episode 4, right? So I was okay with this episode, but there's a huge problem with this, how they are dealing with the whole revenge plot, basically. I mentioned that they are this problem before, but I don't feel like they are correcting it or going down the right path. Let me explain it properly. First of all, I'll start with how the episode starts, basically. That's with Isaac's episode. I thought that was done really well. Like him throwing the bomb, basically killing all of them. I thought that was done really neatly. That was interesting. That's exactly who Isaac is. He's an extremist, and WLF, all of them are an extremist. Like in the throughout the course of the show, you will get to know. But in the game, they made it pretty clear, and I thought this introduction perfectly uh, tells them, or sort of teases them on who they. And of course, the take on me scene again very good. Even in the games, in the game it felt like a very sweet moment, and here the same. But I don't think I appreciate how they are dealing with the revenge. Look, in the video games, the whole what do you call, Ellie goes on a killing spree, right? She basically kills half of Sierra, and that makes sense because she doesn't think twice before she does all of that, and she just makes all these hasty decisions, and she like basically right after Joel's death she goes on killing people, and she makes all the wrong decisions. In the game that made sense because Ellie was that person. Here Ellie is a bit calm and composed, like she's basically very nonchalant about this whole situation. Like your father figure just died, and looks like you guys just forgot about it almost. Maybe there's like a huge how Ellie feels about it and how she hasn't processed it yet, or she's just in denial about this whole thing. I don't know, but so far I don't think I really appreciate on how they are dealing with it. Like in the video games, Ellie's PTSD and how she still carries that vengeance in her heart, right? That's like the whole point of the game, right? Here, the Ellie just doesn't feel like that. Like, looks like she's doing all right. Like, she could just say no to this whole thing and go back. And they did something so stupid and quite honestly unforgivable with Dina's character. So, in the video game, Ellie basically lashes out when Dina says she's pregnant. Just guess what she says when she says like I'm pregnant.
I'm gonna be a dad.
She says I'm going to be a dad. Bro, what? That was so out of character and it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, look, she's on her way to kill someone, and you guys are on a dangerous place as well. Basically surrounded by WLFs and zombies and all that. And you guys are happy about this baby, but look, for a person who's like on their way to kill people, you wouldn't react like that, right? You wouldn't be happy because there's so much going on around you. I don't know. I was pretty disappointed with how Ellie reacted to the whole thing. Like, it didn't make any sense. And uh, the logical thing here is to leave Dina there and then go on the mission, right? But here says, "What we are in this together, so I will come with you," and both of them go on the mission together. I'm like, what? No, this is not how it's supposed to be. Like, this is feels wrong. This is so out of character. It felt like it's not Ellie. Like, I don't know who the fuck even wrote something like this. Like, everything they did until the third episode felt like they were still on page with the game. Like, it's not deviating too much from it until the last episode. Fourth episode felt like, bro, you just did something that's so out, very, like, very different from the game, and it's very different from Ellie itself, the character itself. Ellie wouldn't say something like that. Of course, Ellie would lash out in a logical situation, like you are being a burden. Of course, Dina is being a burden at that point, and Ellie is supposed to lash out because in her mind only vengeance is there. Like she's consumed by it, right? Like she wouldn't say something like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I was very disappointed when I watched that scene. Like I know I've been like a biggest supporter, but when they do something like this, it's just so hard to do it. I don't know. I was a bit disappointed, and quite honestly, I don't know if they can recover from it. Like, where would you even go? Like, because a person who's so calm and composed will not go and just kill people like that. Kill Abby's friends basically, let alone kill a pregnant woman. Like, that just wouldn't happen. And spoiler alert, sorry, forgot to mention that. And then yeah, I thought I don't know, when I watched that, it was a huge letdown to me at least, and I just don't know what to say from that point. But that was a huge complaint. But they are doing a very good job at establishing, WLF, scars, the law, and basically even how they are dealing with Isaac's character. Like they are giving more insight to his character, like, which I do appreciate. But I'm very disappointed. Like it weirdly turned into a love story. I mean, they should have established Dina and Ellie's relationship because that's also a core part of the game. But Ellie just seems very different. I don't know. I was really taken back by that moment. Anyway, let's see what Reddit has to say about that. I want to say something so fucked up, dude. If I'm so pissed off when I've been the one who's been supporting this game from the TV show and the game from the very beginning. If I am angry about it, I'm sure people in Reddit could just fuck this shit. Is it recording? Oh, it is recording. All right. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but something definitely feels off with season two. To be fair, Neil Druckmann is handing off his baby to Kirk Mason and HBO. Neil gave us all the masterpiece, and it's being picked up by previously mentioned character development and depth is almost non-existent, which really shines in the game. Skipping gameplay moments, including my dialogue, actually add to the character's depth. For example, the Jewish temple in game or documentation regarding Wolf Federal communication. Without these minor but crucial pieces of information, writers piece together what they believe to be important moments in game screens. Hard to believe the same team gave us Chernobyl struggling to output the same result with an already established and well crafted story and source material. What is this skipping game minor dialogue that, for example, I don't remember this Jewish temple in game. Maybe I just didn't notice it. Wow, okay. Prediction is they will have Ellie's rage triggered from the museum flashback next episode. The flashback makes her sad, sees the image of Joel from cabin. I feel this would be the most natural progression at this point. They have to do something about her rage, basically. Like, this does not look like an angry person, dude. She's pretty calm and chill about the whole thing. It turned into a weird love story, but not a revenge story. And revenge is the whole point of the game. I don't know. I am going to be a dad. That was so weird. Ellie wouldn't say that, dude. Ellie wouldn't say that. I've been a hater of Bella's casting in the show, but I thought Take On Me scene was really well done and Bella did a great job. One of the better adaptations from the game. Even I thought that was good. That was really sweet. Josh Peck being in the last episode was hilarious for some reason. Who was Josh Peck, dude? Everyone's been mentioned. Wait, is that the guy from Titanic? I mean, no, 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 no. But making very light-hearted, her murderous rage revenge quest makes no sense and goes against the overall message of the story, which is revenge bad. Exactly. This is not what it's supposed to be. Like, it's so messed up, dude. Like, that's the whole point of the game, and they're just not addressing it at all. Like, Ellie seems very chill, which is like, it's not the same. Like, what then? Look, if Ellie is going to be so light-hearted and chill about this whole thing, then the game wouldn't make sense at all. Exactly, bro. Monk Peel W. I noticed this too. Ellie was far more detached and brooding in the game throughout the whole story. The show may be trying to have it more of a slow descent as Ellie becomes more obsessive and despondent the deeper she gets on her journey. It's weird right now, but it might pay off as they seem to be spending more time developing and show the more light-hearted aspects of the relationship. So they stay more, and the show is been squandering everything in her pursuit of pursuit for revenge. We'll see. I mean, at this point, can they really do that? Is the question, because we've spent so much. We are already 4 episodes in, and we didn't see like how vengeful and angry she is so far, and just she getting she being angry out of nowhere would just be weird, right? Something like very pivotal has to happen for that to be convincing, for her to be angry again. Like maybe the PTSD would help, but still, like I don't know. They are. I feel like they are far into the show already to do that. If that makes any sense. I think it's less nuanced than revenge and more of a story about forgiveness than revenge. Okay, so you think they're going to take the forgiveness path? I mean, you're making excuses. The show is completely missing the point of Ellie's quest for revenge. It's completely tone deaf. I do see it, dude. I do see it. I can't defend this show anymore because the whole point of sh- uh, the whole point of Ellie's arc is just taken away from her. What are they even going to do at this point? At this point, Ellie feels like a very soulless character. I don't know. I really don't like the infected in the TV show. They aren't threatening individually like in the game. They have gone for a World War Z type of infected, and I hate it. For some reason, I mean, in in the part one of the TV show, I mean season one, we saw very less of them, and here there are more, which doesn't make any sense if you think about it. Like, where did all those infected come from? I don't know. Yeah, they are incredibly smart, fast, and immediately can infect anyone except how the fuck are humans still left alive? What I liked about zombies in the game was how they were basically part of the environment and not just some indestructible force. Hmm. Some people have a life so good that something like their favorite video game not being adapted the way it was the worst thing happened to them. I agree. Alright, dude, calm down. There's no bite to the game was grittier, clearer than about more work put into it. The environment was oppressive, the situation was intense, the feelings were raw. We were watching two kids in fresh clothes walk around and act like gremlins. There's no exactly, dude. Even their clothes look so fresh, right? Makes sense because they are from Jackson, but it doesn't add anything to the characters or the world. Like the Last of Us world is supposed to be very brutal, filled with like brutal people, but the show it's going doing something exactly different. And honestly, just mentioned it, like I can't unsee it now. It's so weird, right? Just give a second game for the reason. I wish I just left it at the game. Since not everyone is a gamer, but can't change every character's poor casting of Ellie was one thing. They knew I'm pregnant like Snake Girl was another, which was ridiculous. The person you're planning on going on didn't tell she was. I mean, is that your first reaction? Who does that? If you will be shortening the events to 2 minutes, at least rewrite your screenplay so that it doesn't feel out to the viewers. Forget about the game. This is poor HBO quality as a TV show. It can be HBO Max at best. Okay, Ellie just isn't angry and obsessed with killing away. It's really lacking the emotional depth of the game, so I can enjoy the show, but I'm not loving it. Feels like Ellie is on a road trip and not on a vengeance style. Exactly, the anger and the vengeance part is not there in the show. I agree with the hygiene you clearly avoids. Dina looks like she's straight out of from a like a rich neighborhood from America, dude. Like it doesn't make sense. Dina is not supposed to. First of all, any person from in a post-apocalyptic environment is not supposed to look like that, dude. I don't know. I feel like they casted a really good looking just for the sake of audience would really like the character. Maybe I don't know. I just think I think everyone agrees with that point. Agrees with that point. Like Ellie isn't obsessed enough with the whole revenge thing like in the game, which kind of beats the whole point. I don't know. Ellie calling Dina weren't sure how far down her path she was. She was hurting herself, those around her, quest for vengeance. Honestly, I understand why this Ellie wouldn't just turn around right now and give up her quest for vengeance. Exactly, that's exactly how I felt. It's like you could just talk her out of it. You just have to like a bit of, uh, you know, emotional manipulation would do the job. Someone who's a good talker could totally convince her, like talk her out of the revenge plot. I hate. So yeah, it's that's pretty much the complaint. I think everyone agrees that might be going down the wrong path, especially in that area. I mean, let's see. I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed, not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Who cares? I don't care, dude. I want the show to be good, but fuck, fuck this at this point. I don't care. Anyway, see you. Bye.